Hello everybody and welcome. After a somewhat iffy start to our season in the Bundesliga, we need to get to winning ways. But maybe today isn't the day because it's our first match in the Champions League. Hello, it's a very warm welcome to episode number 20 of the Rothosen Redemption, an FM 26 series where we try and rebuild Hamburg into one of the leading forces in the Bundesliga and indeed Europe once more. My name's Mark, and on today's episode it's going to be a toughie because we have Ajax in Amsterdam for the first match in the UEFA Champions League phase. And then we have a Bundesliga match against Freiberg for our second game of the episode. And I was only thinking to myself, we probably got into the Champions League one season too early. With the rebuild, I think we need to have done a fair bit of nucleus of the team, adding a few extras, which we probably would, or hopefully will be doing next season, just to give us that bit. And as I say, I think we've probably ended up in the Champions League one season too early, and let's hope it doesn't hurt us. As we said in the preamble, our Bundesliga season opening, I mean, it's been tough. Admittedly, it's been tough. We've had Bayern Munich, or FC Bayern, and Borussia Dortmund, two sides which were tough. We know Borussia Dortmund from our record against them last season. So we've only won one game in the Bundesliga of our opening four games, that against Werder Bremen, which was a 4-0 win, and it's just gone completely off rails since then. What's hurt us most is that 1-0 loss to Eintracht Frankfurt in the last game of the last episode of the last game in the Bundesliga. But we have progressed to the second round of the DFB Pokal Cup. Today's a different kettle of fish. It's the UEFA Champions League phase. Just to recap, in case you missed it last time out, the teams that we will be playing Ajax, Arsenal, Atletico Madrid, Milan, AC Milan, Roma, Slavia Prague, Celtic, and Ludogorets Razgrad. So we've got our work cut out, to say the least, and I'd like to get off to a good start in the Champions League, but I'm not too sure that today is the day that we are going to do it. We'll focus on the Bundesliga and how things are and where we're at and what have you in the second game of the episode. But without any more to do, let's go and have a look at the side that we'll face and hopefully get a result against Ajax. And here is the side that will face Ajax in our opening Champions League phase match. And we have Fernandes in goal today. He returns with Tanvig dropping to the bench. Let's hope Fernandes is up to it today, because Tanvig hasn't been bad, albeit we've lost a couple of results. So that's why we've decided to change it. Lite and Efdili, our defensive duo. Igor and Hogsberg are the wing-backs, with Sambi Lakonga and Krau between them. Banda is on the left. Königsdorfer on the right. Groenbeck playing as the number 10 behind Romelu, who leads the attack up front. The bench then looks like this. It's Tanvig, Jatta, Turanega, Moyhem returning to the bench. We may see him at some point today as we try and start to try and get him back up to speed. Katabach, Lawrence, Neil, Yalasinya, Felipe, John-Luc Dompe, Rossing Lillisilt, and Arana. And here we are at the Johan Cruyff Arena in facing Ajax, who are playing a 4-3-3 today. making 4 changes from the side that beat NAC in the Eredivisie in their last match, 2-0. You will see games have been played on Tuesday night, but we'll come to that in due course. Ajax currently 3rd in the Eredivisie this season. The Champions League ball as the teams come out. The referee picks the ball up. Ajax playing in there almost like Arsenal kit, really. And we're playing in our 3rd kit tonight, our black with pink bits. And Ajax get us underway for this one. Fernandes with ball in arms, rolls it out to Kral. Kral fires one long looking for Banda. He didn't find him. Igor tidies up though. Lite does find Banda. Banda around his man. Banda gets into space. Banda across it into the area. And there's an own goal there. Not sure it was tripped, but we'll see on the replay. And it's Itakera has scored an own goal, and we take a lead after 14 minutes. The ball into the area. I'm not sure who this is. Who is this? This is Romelu that was tripped. Whether the referee would have given anything, I don't know, but it's gone into the back of the net. And, well, it's 1-0. Itakara. Tomiyasu. Lite cuts it out, but it's back to Tomiyasu. Zinchenko was going to try and have a strike from outside the area, I think, but Romelu sort of like stood there and protected it a little bit, but they are dangerous. We need to be careful. Good save by Fernandes. It's gone for a corner. Bonida. And just over the top from the corner. As they come forward again, just turned the half-hour mark. Rode our luck a little bit, but it's been pretty even, Stevens. Shots and shots on target, etc. Up to date, anyway. And they're moving the ball around nicely. Inside the area, it's cut in, and it's Boniface that gets the equaliser on 32 minutes. This ball out wide. Goetz puts it into space for a resync. Resync in, and, well, he should have dealt with that. Boniface sweeping it home. 1-1. Throw in to Ajax on this near side, I think, when we get it. Zinchenko with the throw in. It's going to be a long throw to Boniface. He's got a second. Let him turn on that ball, and his second goal of the game. 3 defenders here around him. Who we got? We've got Kral, Efedili, and Lite, all keeping an eye on him, albeit Kral does come out to mark Gioch. I think it's Glock. And Glock puts it into space, and Boniface, and really Fernandes unseen, but he tucks it away, and it's 2-1. We have a throw on that far side. Igor, it's headed away, but it's back to Igor. Igor, Lakonga, Crow, just a fraction over the top. 3 minutes added on to the end of this first half. Dan Burn, who plays for Ajax in this sphere. Zinchenko puts that into space for a resync. They are very good at putting it into space. Cleared by Efedili, but only as far as Zinchenko, and they will come again. Been nice to have gone in at half-time with only 1 goal deficit, but danger ensues, and Boniface has his hat-trick. And we've got it all to do in the second half. 3-1 down at half time. 3 minutes added on, and we're only in that first minute. And it's all too easy. Boniface running between the defenders. Half-time has arrived, and thankfully we can go in at half-time. As just said, shots-wise, we're even Stevens. We've only had one on target, though. They've dominated that first half. 9 shots, 4 on target. I suppose we've done well to keep them only to 4 shots on target. We've only had 1 shot on target. We need to be better in the second half, and their XG's a lot better than ours. Improvement in the second half is what we need. Romolo gets the second half underway. Lokonga to Efadili. Toth with the ball in arms again. Rolls it out to Dan Burn. Dan Burn comes forward into our half. Still going. Not stopped him yet. And Goats, how many are they going to score? That's the worry at this point in time. Good save by Fernandez. It's gone for a corner on this right side. Romolo is brought down. A free kick. Can we do something with this? Romolo with the free kick. Chips it in. Headed across. Königsdorfer gets one back. And, well, that's... he's going to be checked whether he was offside. He is a goal. And it's 3-2. Klaassen and Dan Burn is there again. And they come forward. Good save by Fernandez. Fernandez to Krau. Finds Königsdorfer. Swung out. Hogsberg. We haven't seen much of him. Groenbeck. Romolo! And it's all square on 65 minutes. We've got ourselves back in the game. 3-1 down at half-time. Looked like we were in trouble, but we've managed to suck it back in. Hogsberg to Groenbeck. Back to Hogsberg. Hogsberg threads it through. Romolo runs onto it. And Romolo shows his poise and puts that beyond Toth in the Ajax goal. Dan Burn with a free kick. Let's ball forward. Clausen. He's cut it back. He's still going. Danger ensues. Good save by Fernandez again. Ball fired forward. Looking for Romolo. Cut out by Krul. Banda. Banda to Igor. Igor back to Krul. Banda. Banda needs to slide this through, but he's tried to do it all on his own. Back to Krau, who's switched places at the minute. Königsdorfer. Oh! Romolo gets a second. Question whether he's offside. VAR is looking at it. Königsdorfer swung it in. He is offside. It's disallowed. It stays at 3-3. We'll see the lines now. Königsdorfer wins this ball. He is in front of Königsdorfer. Not much in it, but it was enough. And Romolo just boomed it into the back of the net. And it won't count. Tomiyasu with a throw-in. Ikara. Burn. Jatta wins that ball. Jatta come on for Hogsberg. Crossed, finds Banda. Igor on the overlap. Into the area! Romolo! Question whether he's offside again. Oh, man. 2 goals ruled out offside and the Ajax players waving their arms around. It's awarded, though. It's a goal and it's 4-3. On 81 minutes, Igor crosses this ball in and he's being played onside, if only by this player at the... near post here, and we have a lead. Igor Lite. Neil, back out to Igor. Igor, who's had a very good game today. Banda gave that ball away. Ah. Oh, dear. And he's put it wide, thankfully. As we head towards the 90 minutes, 6 minutes added on. And I can tell you, Moyhem is on for Igor. He's got just a few minutes to play out. Neil, Romolo, Banda. Romolo, of course, on a hat-trick now. Moyhem in space for Banda. Good ball in. Moyhem's back. Banda wins it. Moyhem, I thought he was going to score on his first game back. Hits the post and he comes away and danger ensues. But that's going to run through to Fernandez, who will fall on it. As the clock runs down, are we going to get an absolute... We are a stonking win in our opening game of the Champions League. I didn't expect it. I thought we were going to be really under the cosh. And I guess we were, but we've played exceedingly well. They've had 19 shots, 9 on target. We've had a lot better in that second half. Look at that. 19 shots, 9 on target. They had 19 shots. They had 19 shots, 9 on target. We had 19 shots, 7 on target. 1.49 on the XG against their 2.11. But I'll tell you what, boys and girls, we've won our first ever Champions League match. Well, let's round up on the full scores from the first round of matches here in the Champions League. Arsenal, our next opponents, beating AC Milan by 3-0. Havertz getting a brace, and Odegaard, the other scorers. FC Bayern beating Napoli by 5-3. Liverpool, a 0-0 draw against Porto. Manchester City beating Borussia Dortmund by 3-1. And I notice Mbappe is playing for Manchester City in this sphere. He's on the score sheet along with Erling Haaland. Real Madrid 2-0 winners over PSV Eindhoven, and Atletico, one of our other opponents in this league phase, beating Roma by 1-0. That was Tuesday's games. Wednesday's games, there's a funny score at the top here. I'm not sure it's right. Hamburg 4, Ajax 3. Victor Boniface giving them a 3-1 lead at half time. But boy, oh boy, what a turnaround in the second half. And we come out on the very attacking from the word go in the second half. Didn't tweak anything else, really. But we certainly did the job. Dinamo Zagreb 4-0 winners over Ladogrets. Union Saint-Gilloise, I presume that's a French side. We'll check in a minute. Is that a French side or a Spanish side? 1-0 winners over Copenhagen. Lazio 1-0 winners over AEK Athens. Olympiacos 2-1 winners over Hoffenheim. And Slavia Prague beating Athletic Club 4-3. That's the first round of matches. I don't think there's... there is games on Thursday as well. There's 3 match days. Okay, so there's still a group of games still to be played. But as it stands at the moment, we are in 6th place in the Champions League. It's still early days, but we're off to a reasonable start. Well, before we focus on the game in the Bundesliga against Freiberg, match day 5, we are just going to round up on the Thursday's results in the Champions League. Chelsea beating Bodo Glimt by 6-0. Fenerbahce and Celtic 2-2. Barcelona beating Inter by 2-1. Liman Yamal scoring in the injury time from the penalty spot to win that one for Barcelona. Marseille 2, Newcastle 2, Monaco 2, SK Rapid 0, and PSG beating Sporting Lisbon, I presume that is Sporting Lisbon, by 3-1. The table in the Champions League looks like this. Chelsea top on goal difference. We are currently down in 9th place, having won our opening game of the competition. All to play for. Arsenal are up next. Right, to the Bundesliga then. It's Freiberg next. Last season we beat them on both occasions at the Europa Park Stadion, 1-0 on that occasion. It was a goal from Glatzel on 25 minutes, just that one goal, giving us a win in that game. And then when we brought them back to the Volkspark Stadion in May, towards the end of the season, it was a 2-1 win. Moyhem after 6 minutes, Vieira after 34. No Vieira today, of course, and Marino getting a consolation for them on 77, albeit it did give a squeaky bum for a short while. The Bundesliga going into today's games. St. Pauli have played a game against Bochum, 0-0 draw, that one on Friday. But there are games today and on Sunday. I think teams possibly who played on Thursday will be playing on Sunday. We'll look at that in due course. But going into today's match, we are down in 12th place after 4 games with just 4 points. We need to start to pull ourselves up, because if we're not careful, this lot will start to get away from us, and we need to get back to winning ways. We played extremely well against Ajax in the Champions League. Can we follow it up with a good performance in the Bundesliga? And here we are, match day 5 in the Bundesliga. We need to get back to winning ways as soon as it's remotely possible. Freiberg are our opponents today. The team that will face them looks like this. It's a familiar side to the side that beat Ajax. How long they will survive, because obviously that was a tough match to win. Fernandes continues in goal. It's Lite and Lawrence as our defensive duo. Igor and Hogsberg are the wing-backs. Igor continues, even though Mayhem's on his way back, he's not 100% fit. Sambi, Lakonga and Krau are our defensive midfield. They are there. Banda continues on the right. Rossing Lillesilk comes in for Königsdorfer on the right side of the attack. Groenbeck continues as the number 10 behind Romelu, who was in fine form last time out. Let's hope he can replicate that in the Bundesliga today. It would be rather splendid. The bench then looks like this. It's Tanvik, Jatta, Turanega, Moyhem, Efferdilly, Remberg, Fiari, Felipe and Königsdorfer. And here we are in Freiberg. They are playing a 4-2-3-1 today, making 3 changes from the side that lost against Leipzig in their last Bundesliga match. And they are 13th on 4 points. We're 12th on 14 points. On 4 points. So it's all to play for in this Bundesliga match day 5. They're playing in red and white stripes. We're playing in our away kit today. And Romelu gets us underway for this match. Lite. They come forward. Hogsberg winning that ball. Lawrence to Lite. Lite puts it out wide to Igor. Igor goes on a run. Crosses this ball in. He's looking for Lillesilk. Couldn't find him. Hogsberg crosses this one in. Looking for Romelu. Lakonga. And he's put that over the top. They have a corner. Gunter with the corner. Far back post, headed away by Groenbeck. Or was it Hogsberg, actually? Headed that away. Groenbeck followed it out. But it's come back in. Be careful. Headed away by Hogsberg, but still alive. And they've scored. Question of whether there was an offside there. I think it was pulled back, and I think it's going to stand. It is a goal. And we have a corner, short one. Groenbeck to Lakonga. Groenbeck on his own. Tried to curl it in the top, but he didn't get it down. Well, we've had plenty of shots in this first half, just not put any on target or in the back of the net. Groenbeck into the area, but nobody there. Atabula in the goal. as we enter the final 5 minutes of this first half. It's headed down and they're on the ball. Mantanovic, but a save by Fernandes. As the clock runs down to half time. 1 minute added on. It looks like we're going to go in a goal down. We are going in a goal down. 47% of the possession. 8 shots, 5 on target. We've had 6 shots, nothing on target. 0.24 on the XG against their 0.89. They've had the best of that first half. We need to come out in the second half and look like we want to win it. And they get the second half underway. Out wide to Hansen. Igor finds Banda. Banda around his man. Nice move. Groenbeck, who's come out wide to collect that ball. Lakonga crosses the field. Kral. Rossing Lillesilk. Kral. Hogsberg. Hogsberg just needs to get this into the area. Kral has a shot from distance. It's gone over the top. We've still not hit the target, which is a bit of a worry. But Banda is in now. Banda, still only 1-0. That's the only saving grace. Banda loses that ball, though, and the ball over the top. Lite, who's also got a yellow card, needs to be careful, but he did win that ball twice. Lite round his man. Groenbeck into space for Romelu. It's 1-1. And VAR is looking at it. He's offside. Lite ran his man, and when Groenbeck pulls this ball, yeah, the defender has moved inside and put him in an offside position, but he put it away well, as he does. Igor, who's picked up a yellow card now. Lakonga. Lite. Igor, Lite. This is asking for trouble in a minute. Igor punts it up and gets rid of Fitz, but not anywhere thin. Kral wins that ball, but he's given it straight away. And that's where we're lacking. That's over the top. And it's offside. It won't count. I was just waiting to see whether the referee put his arm out. Remains 1-0. And you see, as they knew what was going to happen, the two defenders stepped up and only just, but Manzambi was offside. Griffo with a free kick. Swings this in. A second goal now would probably finish it off. Lite has won that ball on that far side, though, and Koenigsdorf going on a very big run. Bander's on his own. Oh. Moyhem, who's come on for Igor. Moyhem. Kral, referee getting in the way. Kral tried to curl it. And that's been our problem all game. Into the last 5 minutes of this second half. And we're going to another defeat. 4 minutes added on. And we just can't find a way to get through in the Bundesliga. 12 shots we've had. Nothing on target. It's all over. We've lost by a goal to nil. And our mediocre, or should I say our crap start to the season in the Bundesliga continues. 51% of the possession. We've had 12 shots. We've not hit the target. Can't hit a barn door for anything. 0.79. They've had 14 shots, 7 on target. 1.22 on the XG. We've not been bad, but we've just not hitting the target. And if we don't hit the target, you don't score goals. And so it is. Our Bundesliga form, poor form, continues. And at the moment, we're looking over our shoulders at the abyss. could be back in Bundesliga too, and will get sacked if that happens. Borussia Mönchengladbach beating Leipzig by 3-0. Freiberg, of course, beating ourselves by 1-0. Union Berlin beating Hoffenheim 2-1. Hoffenheim not going as well as they did last season. They're another one that's suffering. Borussia Dortmund 3, Werder Bremen 0, and they keep up the pressure on the top 6 by winning that game. That was Saturday's game. Sunday's games, Leverkusen beating Stuttgart by 1-0 despite being down to 10 men from 11 minutes. Augsburg beating Darmstadt by 4-2. Eintracht Frankfurt continue their good form by beating league leaders at the time, FC Bayern 4-1 to move up into second place. They are going some. Maybe when we lost 1-0 to them, it wasn't that bad a result. Nuremberg 3, Köln 2. No more games until Friday. So that is the roundup of the games. Everybody has played 5. Augsburg are leading the pack. 4 games unbeaten, as are Eintracht Frankfurt, who are in second place on goal difference from Bayer Leverkusen and Union Berlin, all on 12 points. FC Bayern are on 10 points. Alongside Borussia Dortmund, who are also on 10. Stuttgart just outside the European places on 9 points. We are down in a lowly 14th place at the moment in a absolutely horrendous run of form, which we need to sort out sooner than later, because that top pack are getting away from us, and we won't be able to catch them if we leave it too much longer to start to turn our form around. Just below us, Leipzig, RB Leipzig, on a slightly inferior goal difference to us, thankfully. Werder Bremen 1 point behind us in that playoff place, and then come Bochum, who were promoted last season. They have got a draw, got them off the bottom, while Köln drop on the bottom, both on 1 point, but it's only 1 win away from where we are. We need to start winning very soon. We're going to come right back. We have 3 days down to the game against Arsenal in Champions League phase, match day 2, and then we will play Borussia Mönchengladbach, who are up the table a little bit from where we are. Borussia Mönchengladbach, they are currently in 8th place. And their form, I think, at the moment, they've won 2, drawn 1 and lost 2 in their last 5 matches. It's not good form, but it's not as bad as ours. But is it an opportunity for us to get back onto winning ways? I'd like to hope so. But there again, we do have a tough match in midweek against Arsenal, who got off to a good start in the Champions League as well. Well, it's been a bit of one of those episodes, really, a bit up and down. I hope you've enjoyed it, though. If you have, don't forget to leave me that big thumbs up, subscribe, hit the notification button. That will keep you up to date with all future episodes of the Rothosen Redemption as they are released. And new episodes of the Rothosen Redemption are released every Tuesday, Friday at 4:15 p.m. Best way of keeping up to date with what's happening on the channel is follow me on X at JustOffside2. Thank you for watching. I hope to see you for the next episode. It'll be episode 21. It's out on Tuesday. If you're not watching my other series, which will be out at the same time on Monday, then I'll see you on Tuesday, and have yourselves a great weekend. Till then, bye-bye.